Where is we at? We need... Oh, I know where we're at. We need to go to the carousel. And we need to give Tink a call. Again. Okay, we'll go here. And ring him up. Tink!
Yeah, this is Tink.
Yes, hello.
Ooh.
My name is Nancy Drew.
I never heard of you.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to help Ms. Santos figure out what caused the roller coaster accident that shut down Captain's Cove.
So why are you calling me? I run the Carousel. I don't know from coasters.
Well, to make a long story short, I need to find out the name of the band organ song that's on the third roll.
What for?
That's what the long story is.
That's kind of where the long story part comes in.
I haven't got time for long stories. Besides, how do I know you even know Miss Santos?
Actually, yeah, this explanation
Okay,
makes
to
sense.
get your number, I had to get the band organ open, right? And to get the band organ open, I had to have an access card. And to get an access card...
You'd have to know Miss Santos. Yeah, I get your point. Problem is, I got no idea what song's on the third roll. Only way you're gonna find out is to play it.
Where is it
Where
though?
is the third roll?
It's in the cabinet in the gear room.
The locked one?
You mean the one that's locked?
18, 9,
Cool.
39. That's a combination. Oh, and one more thing. You're gonna have a problem when you go to load the roll on account of... Holy moly! I either snagged a Greyhound bus or the biggest fish in the Chapleau River is right here on the end of my line. I'm sorry, hon, I gotta go.
So we're gonna have a problem. Should we load the roll up? Love that for us. Where's our employee card? Okay, we've got 18, 9. Yeah?
Let's see.
Whore.
Miles said the song is on the third roll.
Got on
This
number
must
3.
be it.
Okay, I guess that's that. Maggie, your message. Because I like hanging with you. You should feel like I don't like hanging with more people. Yeah. No, thank you. I love hanging out and chatting with you too. Yeah. I guess for myself, I'm sort of a... How would I explain this? I'm a bit like a paradox. I'm very introverted. I love my me time. And I have some strong social anxiety. But I crave human interaction. But I'll also be like, plan to go hang out with like a group of people.
I wonder what goes
And
on
like,
this school.
I'm excited for this. But then, when I'm doing it, there'll be a point, like... Depending on what we're doing, I'm just gonna go, like... I'll just say, like, 3 or 4 hours in. And I hit, like, a slump. And I'm just like, ooh, I need, like, a alone time recharge. I love you all. But this is too much.
The take-up dowel is broken.
Oh, we're gonna have to fix this down. Okay. Thank you. Did you feel lucky? Oh, I'm so lucky to be in your presence, Mackie. Hell yes. Yeah. Like, honestly though, like, I'm so grateful for everyone who watches my videos and follows me. I love you all. Thank you so much. But I like our chats. I like our chats. What did my head just do? There we go. Elliot's? That. Do we have to ask permission?
Hey, Nance, what's going on?
Oh. Hidden door?
I found this
Yes. By the
strange
radiator.
hidden door in the haunted house. Problem is, it's locked. Do you have any idea what's behind it?
Ask Joy. That nutty professor father of hers always had these little secret projects going in the park, even after he sold his interest. Miss Santos didn't have the heart to boot him out.
Oh, here we go.
I need to make a dowel to replace this broken one from the band organ. Would it be all right if I used your equipment? I won't make a mess, I promise.
Sure. Got a lathe, wooden rods, safety goggles? Knock yourself out. I gotta go run an errand, though, so try not to cut off any appendages until I get back.
Oh. Safety goggles.
It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
But then you do get to wear an eye patch like a pirate. Oh wait, I don't even know.
Goggles here.
Wait, I have some wood. Can I measure it with the tape and stuff? Wait. What's up? To the security. Go to the security guard? Okay. He's not here. Is there something in there we haven't found yet? I know I don't have the codes for, like, what's it? The lockers yet. Who do we... We got Harlan's one. Yeah, play the tape. Tape? I haven't got a tape. Oh, one sec. Yeah, I don't think I found one yet. Or is it like on here? Oh! Never mind, we're good, we're good. 101190. It's gotta be highlighted for a reason. Use your video on the monitor. Do you mean the one where the carousel just lights up? Hold on, what have we got? 1 0 1 1 9 0. We're in. Anything here? Oh, we can look up and down. Appointments. 5:30 haircut.
Gee, wonder who that is. Best way to find out is to call him.
Got a Louis to call. 2 for 1 at Bonza Burger. Oh, is that the only one? Can I not turn? No? That's all there. Do you mean this tape? We have a tape!
On here. I'll just play it and find out.
Why am I not? Oh, there we go. Hold up, hold up.
I need a tape.
I have one. Oh, thank you.
Looks like
0,
Harlan's been
7,
spying on
2,
Ingrid.
6. 0, 7, 2, 6.
I better put this back where I found it.
I mean, I guess we can put it back. Then he won't know we've been snooping. Oh. Okay, so we got 0, 7, 2, 6. Wait, I want to snoop here first. She didn't let us look in here. SW. Oh, you got a real fancy watch. Damn.
Wow, that's one expensive watch.
Wait, is it? That's 20 grand! Oh. Do you think she'll give us some of the 20 grand? That'd be nice. I know I've got something there.
Call LH about results. LH. Lance Huffington, maybe?
Okay, we've got some more numbers we've got to call. Towards the door. Nope. Take the most to the upper left. Okay. Upper left? Or am I too close to the door? Of the window. This one? Left corner. Here? Oh, here we go.
Hello?
You have been chosen to be the lucky winner of a valuable prize. But first you must answer this very important question to win.
Question?
I'm
Quiz
ready.
time.
What is the capital of Wisconsin? Type your answer onto the screen using your keyboard.
I don't know. What's the capital of Wisconsin? What's the capital of Wisconsin? Maggie? Googling it. Capital of Wisconsin. Of Wisconsin. Madison? Madison.
That is correct. Congratulations, felicitations, good job. For your efforts, wit, grace, and general aptitude, we are pleased to present you with
Is this Nancy
a
talking?
brand new Easter egg.
Was that Nancy? Wait. Oh, okay. Hold on. We got the Easter egg. 2 seconds. Boom. We got him. We got an Easter egg. I'm gonna end it. Okay. Oh, he's gone. So now go to Elliot's. There's a box in a new location. Sorry, I just wanted to see the seahorses. And go to Elliot's, there's a box in a new location. There's a box of horsetails. You just missed it. I just missed it? This one? What, Slow down. Oh, 1 sec, hold on.
If Elliot wrote this guy's
Oh.
number down, maybe I should too.
Okay, I'll read this in a minute. Can I? Oh. Oh, I can't get out. Okay, I'm facing this way, left or right? We got the fan and this one. I'm gonna go left. I can't go anywhere. Here. Left. Past the door. What on those boxes? This one? Ooh.
Those look like horse tails.
Oh. Nothing's happening. Rub it like 4 times. Then go to midway. Okay. Pick it up. Oh, no, not you.
You always go poking around in other people's stuff?
Sorry, bad habit.
Alright, now I'm just gonna go to midway and see if it's still okay. A corner area which you can go behind. Here. No. Nope. To the left. Hello, robotic humanoid. How are you? This way? Right there? No. Upper right hand. Oh, no, that's fine. I'm going back. Yeah.
This is Nancy.
Hi, it's me.
Hi, Nancy. How's it going? Why are you calling?
Well, I'm at Rose's right now in San Francisco, and I can't figure out where to find the key to the attic.
Oh, that's easy. It's in the old cash register in the basement.
Ah, okay, that'll help. You're awesome.
No, you are awesome.
Well, I gotta run. Got a case to solve, you know. Say hi to Charlie for me.
Will do.
Charlie? Charlie? Who the hell is Charlie? Oh. Is Nancy cheating on Ned? Who's this Charlie? Right. Ah! Neat neat! Neat neat to you too. Where was he? It is him? Actually, that sort of makes sense. It's the Charlie from the Message in the Haunted Mansion. Isn't that Ned's voice actor? So she's only slightly cheating on Ned. Okay. No, wait. I need to make the dowel. But I need to know what the dowel looks like. Charlie the Unicorn? Oh my god, that was a phase in my childhood. Oh my lord. Oh, I remember when that was just like the big craze at my school. Hot damn. Christ, I think that was over a decade ago. Oh my lord. I feel old now. I'm not even old. Why do I feel old? Oh. Okay, hold on. For this dowel, it's like up to 2.5. We've got this like big chunk. Big. And then from there, like 11? 11.5 is smalls. And then at 12, we have a little nick. And then it's big from then on. From then on. What I can do? Wait, can I? Can I still it? We're going to Candy Mountain, Charlie. Yeah, no, I can't do it whatsoever. Oh, I don't even think I could do it when that first came out. God damn. Down. So from 2.5, it's big. Okay. That's a little one. Okay, I'm just testing out what length they all are, and then we'll actually be able to make it. Oh, yeah, that's really small. I think that's what we need. And then up to 11.5, it's that small? Yep, okay, one more. Maybe 2 more. This vaguely brings me back to like my year 7 days when we had like wood shop. Woodwork? Wood shop? I don't know. I think I made a stool in that class. Not a good one. But you could step on it and get to a higher shelf with it. I think my mum and dad still have that. They still have this, what is it? I made... It was essentially this really small... Small again. It was sort of like a small raised up shelf. Purely for like, when you're like done cooking with like a pot or a pan, you could put it on there instead of just on your bench top. And we have a small... This one's just a nick. Like that?
That looks perfect.
Thank you.
Better leave these goggles here.
Carousel. Okay, she's in. Now for number three, roll 3. Okay. Roll.
This is where the air comes out.
Good observation, Nancy. Okay, so we're like replays, so we need something to like... Do we have something to... Oh, we have like tissue.
I need to tape these down.
I need tape. Will the soldering gun work? No.
I need to tape them to the pipes.
Okay, I'm gonna need to find some tape. Wait, Maggie, you made a wooden frame? Nice. Yeah. Like, oh wait, one sec. There was some tape in Elliot's room. Like, part of me is just like, okay, maybe it's not this tape. Part of me is happy they let us do the woodwork for a bit. Just so we could, like, I guess, like, learn a skill. But, like, since that class, yeah, I don't think I've used it. I mean, I've helped my dad on occasion make something, but I never enjoyed it. Wow, that's partially true. I didn't like building it, but I liked having fun. But I liked doing it with my dad. I think we made a table. After that, I have no real remembrance of what we did. I think I maybe did 1 or 2 things, like holding something while my dad built my brother a little cubby house. Maybe Ingrid's.
It's locked.
0726. But yeah. None here. Yeah, all I really learned is I absolutely, like, despise the feeling of sandpaper. It makes my skin crawl. Okay. Wait, let me zoom in on this. No. Okay, I'll try. Maybe Joy has something in her office.
Any luck?
Nope.
I think we're all set.
Oh, I do not know the tune or the
Play it for Miles and see what happens.
My oral sensors are ready.
Suck it to me.
Close, but no cigar.
Maybe I should go listen to the tune again and come back later.
We will be waiting.
Can I interact with anything on the desk? No, just her. Would Harlan have anything?
Hey Nancy, what's up?
I found an old letter in the gear room of the Carousel. It was written by the guy who carved all the horses, Rolf Kessler. Is it okay if I keep it?
As far as I'm concerned, I'll mention it to Miss Santos, see what she says.
I found some kind of electronic device under the Carousel. I'm pretty sure someone has been turning the Carousel on and off at night by remote control.
Why would somebody want to do that? Whatever you found was probably just some kind of toy that fell out of some kid's pocket.
Kessler used to have a workshop under what's now the haunted house. Have you ever been down there?
I didn't even know there was a down there.
So you don't know about
So
it?
you don't know anything about the hidden door in the room that has the old radiator in it?
Sure don't. Never heard any of the other guards
Oh,
say
we have
anything
some phone
about it
calls to
either.
make. Oh, I don't want to see
See
the
you
dick.
around.
Go get 'em.
Okay, where is my phone? G. Lewis. And then we've got LH. And I think someone else?
Parole, Louis Scarra's office.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said,
State Board of Parole, Luis Guerra's office.
Is Mr. Guerra a parole officer?
That's correct. But he's out of the office right now. Would you like to leave a message?
Have them call me.
Would you
She
have
won't
them
give me
call
any
Nancy
information.
Drew?
They won't give me any information.
Harlan Bishop. I believe he's a client of Mr. Guerra's.
Is Harlan up to something he shouldn't be?
I didn't say that, but when was he paroled? Do you know?
You're going to have to wait and ask Mr. Guerra that question. What was the name?
Nancy Drew. My number is 523-555-4399. That's my cell phone. He can call me anytime.
I'll let him know.
Thank you.
Okay. So he's a parole officer. Oh, Lance Huffington?
Talk to me.
Yes, hi. Is this Lance Huffington?
You betcha. Who's this?
Well,
Oh, I don't like him.
Nancy Drew. I work with Ingrid Corey. I'm kind of her unofficial assistant here at the park. She tells me everything.
Oh, yeah?
About the results?
Yeah, I was wondering if she'd called you yet. You know, about the results.
Yeah, she called me.
And what did you tell her?
Everything's great. Her plan worked. I'm glad she shared it with me. Life's good. At least it will be when the trial's over and the settlement's in the bank. Whoa, speaking of which, I gotta go. I'm due in court. What'd you say your name was?
Nancy.
Well, Nancy, next time you call me, you could very well be talking to a multi-millionaire. Ta-ta.
Bye.
No, I'm good. I've spoken to a billionaire. They're just regular people most of the time. Nothing fancy. Did we have one more? Yes, we had one more from Elliot's room.
Zukov.
My name is Nancy Drew. I saw the article you wrote about Rolf Kessler in the Collector's Hot Sheet magazine.
That was several months back, but go on.
Well, seeing as you're pretty much an expert on Kessler as well as carousels, I wondered if you could answer a question or two for me.
I'd be delighted.
Did you hear about the missing horse?
Did you by any chance hear about the horse that was stolen off the carousel at Captain's Cove Amusement Park in New Jersey? It was one of the carousels that Kessler carved.
Yes, I did, and I thought, how odd. Because you see, I'd gotten a call from someone about a month prior to that asking me how much I thought one of those horses would be worth.
Really? Do you have any idea who it was that called?
None whatsoever. He never gave me his name, nor did he say where he was calling from. The thought that I may have actually encouraged someone to mutilate a work of art. Oh.
This one.
How much would a horse from a Kessler carousel be worth?
Depending on its condition, whether it's an inside horse or an outside horse, whether it's the lead horse, anywhere from $80,000 to well over $100,000.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
Yes, it is. But Kessler carved horses for only 5 carousels in his lifetime.
Oh yeah,
So not
I'll
only
talk in a
is
sec.
each horse exquisitely beautiful, but it's very rare, especially if it's the lead horse.
The lead horse?
The outside horse, just behind the chariot, the place where you can sit instead of ride. It's traditionally the most ornately carved horse on the carousel, hence the most valuable.
I know this voice as well. Is this Colin from Phantom of Venice? Hold on.
Did you hear about how the carousel at
Right,
Captain's Cove is now
it's got like the same
allegedly haunted
mannerisms
because
as him.
one of the horses was stolen?
Yes, what a wonderfully romantic piece of nonsense.
Do you have any idea why someone would be going to the trouble of making the carousel turn on and off by itself?
As a matter of fact, I do. I think that someone wants publicity. Whoever stole the
I think
horse
it
wants
is.
people to know that it's gone so that when he or she goes to sell it, there will be a whole slew of eager buyers.
But we're talking about stolen property. Are you saying people would willingly buy something they know was stolen?
We're talking about the black market, my dear. Great works of art get stolen by thieves and bought by less than scrupulous collectors all the time.
Okay. Oops.
If someone did steal that horse off the carousel in order to make money off of it, what would be his or her next move? How
Selling
would they
it.
go about selling it?
Well, the thief would probably get a middleman to set up a bidding war between several buyers in order to get the highest price. The internet comes in very handy in such matters.
Hmm.
Thanks for all the info.
Call again anytime.
Cool. But yeah, mini story time. Yeah, so Maggie, yeah, I talked to a billionaire before. He was the owner of one of my previous jobs. So he like came in just to check out the place because we were like the brand new store. So he just wanted to see how we were going a couple months into us being open, which is actually really sweet. He wanted to come check on, just to come check in on how we're going. See if we're earning him money. But yeah, he was really chill. Like, I didn't realize it was him straight away because he like came through. He like drove through the drive-thru with his wife, and of all the things for this man to order, like this is like, he's an older gentleman. He's like almost 80, and he just ordered a slushie. And like, it's not what I imagined him to have decided to buy, but he just bought a slushie. It's like, cool. Gave that to him, had a small freak out, and then he came into the store afterwards just to see how we're running and to have a quick chat with all of us. And yeah, he was actually a really nice guy. And like, so when I went up to talk to him, he was like, "Hey, how are you?" I was like, "I'm chill. Having a pretty good day. How about yourself?" "Oh, it's good. Do you know who I am?" And I'm just like, "Dude, you're the only reason we have a job, mate." Like, this is your company. Of course I know who you are. But nah, he was really, yeah. He was a very sweet old man. I liked him a lot. But oh, what am I doing? Tape. But yeah, it was fun. Scary as hell, but fun.
I'm kind of glad you called.
Why? What's going on?
I'm afraid I've discovered something kind of disturbing about Harlan.
What, that he's an ex-con? I know.
Oh, she knows.
How long have you known?
It was the first thing out of his mouth when he applied for the job. He said being an outstanding security guard would prove to everyone once and for all that he's gone straight.
I also found out that he used a security camera to get the code to Ingrid's work area. And he fits the description of the jewel thief's cellmate that Detective Paris gave me.
Oh, now that's disturbing. But I'm still going to give Harlan the benefit of the doubt until I have good reason not to. I appreciate your bringing this
I like
to my
Paula.
attention, though.
All right. Goodbye, Paula.
But I still remember it was quite funny. We had like we were given a half an hour heads up that he was in the area and he was going to come check us out. Oh, tape.
Would it be okay if I took some tape? It might come in handy.
So for the next half an hour, me and my fellow manager decided, okay, we go clean. Like, the head honcho of everything is coming to the store. This place gotta be spotless. Oh, I swear, the fact neither of us had like an actual like mental break. Like, props to us. Like, I love her so much, she kept me going. But oh, it was stressful, and it was only there for like, I think a total of like maybe 5-10 minutes. But yeah, like, it was so off-putting because he was so nice, but it was like so intimidating because it's like, I mean, like, if we didn't give like a good impression, like technically this man could have just fired us on the spot and then nothing would be able to do about it, you know. But no, he was real sweet. But yeah, no, what's he about billionaire-wise? Yeah, I think he's worth, yeah, for Australians, he's worth almost $5 billion. But then I think for like the US, it's like almost $3 billion. So he's worth a fair bit. He owns like the entire franchise we were a part of. Well, company, but you know, the Australian branch of it anyway. Okay, let's see if I can write all these down. A, E, D. Oh, I missed a few. One more. A, E, F, E. Okay. Okay, come on, do one more playthrough for me, that'd be grand. Okay, got it. A, E, D, C, B, A. Perfect. Negative score. Sorry. Ah, thank you. Yeah, it's yeah. I'm very happy I had that. I now have that in my repertoire of like, this is something that's happened to me. But it was also like just so laid back. It sort of gave me whiplash at the time. I was just like, whoa, okay. But Joyce.
Will Nancy Drew please report immediately to the security office? And by immediately, I mean don't even think about doing anything else.
Okay.
I just got off the phone with Miss Santos. Where do you get off telling her I'm some kind of jewel-thieving peeping Tom?
She called you?
She called you?
Of course she called. She hired me because she thought I deserved a second chance. She wanted to make sure I hadn't betrayed her trust, which I hadn't, by the way.
I know that now, and I'm really sorry.
I figured if I did a good job here, it would prove to everybody once and for all that I was totally trustworthy. That I was more than just an ex-con. A lot more. Okay, so maybe I'm trying a little too hard. Maybe people's entry codes should be off limits. It's just that this job means everything to me. I don't want to screw it up.
I guess I was a little overzealous too. I'm really sorry. I'll see you around.
Where do I turn? This way?
Will Nancy Drew please report to the security office?
Why? I was just there, bruh.
I stepped out for a second, and when I came back, somebody'd left this envelope on my desk. Looks like it's for you. Got your name on it anyway.
There's nothing inside but a key. Maybe it opens that door in the haunted house.
Ooh.
Here, let me toss that envelope for you. I want to apologize for jumping all over you like that before. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that I would have done just what you did. No hard feelings?
No hard feelings.
Okay.
Any luck?
Give it a shot.
I know the tune, and I've got a harmonica.
Play it for Miles and see what happens.
My oral sensors are ready. Suck it to me.
Okay, okay. Yeah. E. D. E. F. E.
Hooray!
Yeah.
That song. I did ride the carousel.
So it didn't include the whole thing, only a portion of it.
Always the same horse. Always the same black horse.
You loved the carousel, and you loved one horse in particular. It was not the lead horse, and it was not spectacular, but you loved it, Joy. What was its name?
I can't remember.
Is the name important?
I am not programmed to continue unless and until you remember the name of that horse. You loved it so much that your mother bought it for you.
She was the one who bought the horse off the carousel?
Oh, we had a letter for that earlier. We nicked it.
The park must have a record of that transaction.
I haven't seen it, but you're right. It must be around here somewhere.
I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Thanks, Nancy.
Okay, we have that. This one? Yeah, so we're going to have to find something out about shorthand. Otherwise we've got no hope of figuring that out. Oh. Do we have an email about it? Inbox. Next time you find the bad guy closing in on you, remember that you can often escape by distracting him. Direct his attention to something valuable that you have, your watch, wallet, purse, even your weapon. Then toss it aside, or if the situation warrants it, toss it at your would-be assailant. A moment or two of distraction is usually all the mentally and physically agile detective needs to make a successful escape. Okay, we don't have anything. Just a moment. At the device. I click the notify Ingrid, keep checking email. Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna have to have someone do some research for us. Call Bess.
Hello?
Hey, Bess, it's Nancy.
Oh, hey, Nancy.
Whoa, you were obviously hoping I was someone else.
Well, kinda.
Ooh, who's
Okay,
boy?
so who is he and where'd you meet him?
Oh, Nancy, his name's Matt, and he is so cute. He works the concession stand at the movie theater in the mall.
A cute guy with an endless supply of gummy bears and butter flavoring. Right at his fingertips. We're talking major crush.
Hey, George, good, you're there too.
Barely.
I
almost
mean,
got caught standing between Bess and the phone.
that's
booth.
not bad.
When it rings, she's like a one-woman cattle stampede.
What happened to caller ID, Bess?
My parents yanked it.
She wouldn't pick up when it was some loser she didn't want to talk to. Her mother got tired of hearing the phone ring all the time.
Not all those calls were from losers. Sometimes I was playing hard to get. Anyway, how are things at the amusement park?
Okay, something about a car. Oh, here we go. We can get some
I
help
need you
from the
guys to do
stenographer.
something for me. I found some stenography notes that I'd really like to translate.
Oh,
Only
Maggie,
I
you're
don't
cute
know
little-
shorthand.
Say no more.
I love
We'll
that
do some
Ada
research and get right
fly.
back to you.
Oh,
I barely know how to spell stenography, let alone research it.
did he enjoy it?
Call you when we're through. We can do this, Bess.
What is with all this we stuff?
Yeah, we'll wait for them to
guys
get back to
later.
us on that.
Hasta la vista.
You're doing great.
Will it be sent in automatically? No. Okay. Let's go see if Ingrid is about.
Hello?
This is Luis Guerra with the State Board of Parole.
Ooh.
I understand you have some questions concerning Harlan Bishop.
Right. Hi. Yes, for starters, could you tell me what prison he was in?
He served 30 months in Bayside State Prison for check kiting and forgery. He was paroled 5 weeks ago.
Was he ever at New Jersey State Prison?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Did he ever have a cellmate named Chaz Dunning?
No, ma'am. As far as I know, Harlan is a security guard at Captain's Cove Amusement Park. Now, do all these questions mean you know something about him that I don't?
No, that's pretty much what I know, too.
Well, I hope I've been of some assistance.
Oh, you have. You've been a big help. Thank you.
Good day, then.
Bye.
Oh, Ingrid's back.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
I found something underneath the carousel that looks like it might be a remote control device.
Oh, I'd like to see
Sorry,
it.
I scratched my arm. I forgot I had
looked
sunburn on
under
it though,
there.
so it hurts now.
Wonder how I missed it. May I have this?
Actually, I'd kind of like to keep it.
Suit yourself.
Did you know that the man who carved the carousel horses had a workshop under what's now the haunted house?
How appropriate, considering Kessler's belief in the supernatural and all.
I heard some strange sounds the last time I was in there. They seem to be coming from below.
That's odd. I've been doing a lot of work in there lately and I haven't heard any strange noises. So either your ears are better than mine, or your imagination is.
I got your soldering gun from Elliot and fixed that card reader. Does he borrow your tools a lot?
Very rarely. He's not exactly a mechanical genius.
Oh, my hidden door.
I discovered a hidden door in the haunted house.
Is that right?
I was hoping you might know what's behind it.
It's obvious you don't put much stock in curses, but a word to the wise, there really do exist some doors that no one should open. I'd be very careful if I were you.
I understand that you know the man who got hurt in that roller coaster accident, Lance Huffington?
I've talked to him. I don't really know him.
What about?
What did you talk to him about?
Look, what are you getting at?
Maybe you're in cahoots?
I was just wondering if maybe you and he are in cahoots.
Are you suggesting that he and I planned the accident? He gets on the coaster, I shut off the power, he cries whiplash and gives me half of whatever he gets from the lawsuit? Interesting theory. Unfortunately, it's totally wrong.
You just told me the entire theory, so maybe.
3 times a day with witch hazel and lavender. If his neck is really injured, that will cure it. Why are you so eager to accuse me of something?
Because you seem to have a lot of money, far more than the park pays you. I can't help but wonder where it's coming from.
All right. I have been making money on the side, but it's not what you think. I've been helping someone design a roller coaster.
Ooh.
I even let him borrow the blueprints for our coaster, so he could study them, not steal them. I kept it secret because it could be construed as conflict of interest. This guy knows I'm taking a risk, so he pays me very well. Now, your turn. It's obvious that you've been nosing around in here. How did you get in?
I won't tell her it was
There's a
Harlan.
tape of you entering your security code into the keypad outside, which I just happened to see.
Harlan. I knew
I should figure it
trying
out
to
by
make this
herself.
place was
Oh
off
well.
limits, but spying on me? That guy's got a real problem. As for you, I'd appreciate it if you would kindly remove your nice and deficient little self from my office. I have work to do.
Rude. Nice and deficient self. Oh. Let's go to the haunted house. Let's check out this
It's
hidden...
locked.
The hidden room. Okay, here it is. We're in.
Maybe these stairs go down to Kessler's workshop.
Pliers?
What was that?
From above, and she looks sideways first. Oh, Christ. Oh, hello. That's very convenient how we nearly died. There was nothing in there. Suspicious. Two seconds, please. Yes. Let's see if Bess has emailed us yet.
Hello?
Ring ring.
Hi, Nance. We found some stuff on
Oh,
photography.
perfect.
Oh, so now it's we, huh? Okay, George found most of it, surprise, surprise. But I helped.
Thank you so much. You guys are the best.
So go back to the hotel and check your laptop. We emailed a little tutorial to you. But you gotta promise to let us know what the note you translate says.
Probably
I
not.
promise. Thanks again, you guys.
Steno info. Ooh. Take a look. There's a lot. Okay. Okay, let me zoom in so I can read this properly. Shorthand is a system of writing words quickly using the sound of the words. For example, the word I is written O, which represents the sound I. This method is sometimes called phonetic writing. In the following lessons, you will learn some basic shorthand strokes based on the Gregg method that was developed in 1888. A short quiz ends each lesson where you can practice reading shorthand. I'm going to need this. The stenograph or stroke for S is a small comma. This stroke is also used for the sound Z. The sound for A, as in May or day, is represented as a small circle. Now that you've learned the first 2 strokes in shorthand, you can start reading and writing shorthand. Oh. Below is shorthand for the word say. You will notice the stroke for S is on top of the stroke for A. Some words in stenography are read from top to bottom and some from left to right. Shorthand for A's is written with an A stroke on top and S stroke below. Because shorthand is based on the sound of the word, letters that are not pronounced are left out. So the word say only includes the strokes for S and A and does not include the stroke for Y. Similarly, the word ace only includes the strokes for the sounds A and S and not E. You'll notice that the stroke for S is used instead of a C because the sound the C makes is an S sound. We learned that the strokes for S and A sound. We also learned that letters are not pronounced, known as silent letters, are not written down in the shorthand. Below are words which contain silent letters. Below each word, type the letter that is not pronounced and so would not be written in shorthand. May. So Y. Main. M-A-N-E. Snow. W. Listen. Okay. Ooh. The shorthand stroke for E sound is smaller circle than the stroke for A. Compare the two. Okay. The shorthand stroke for N is a very short forward line. The stroke for M is twice as long. Okay. The K in D is represented with the N stroke. That is because stenography is representative of sounds, not letters. You know the strokes for E, N, and M. Below are some words using these strokes. Type in the correct word in longhand below each stenograph. Oh my lord! We're learning today. So this has got S, A, N, same. We got M, E, me, M-E-N, men, M-E-N, mean. Then we got N-A-M, nam, name. Okay. Oh, there's only 4 lessons. We can do this. Oh, sorry, Maggie, I wish to think. Do you think you'll stream tomorrow? Yes. I reckon for this week I will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's Tuesday? Yeah. I'll be streaming Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be streaming Thursday. I need to get some stuff ready for the weekend. And then Friday is a maybe. And then I don't think I'll be back until Tuesday for this week. But yeah, so for the next 2 days I definitely am. Oh, sorry, one sec. The shorthand stroke for O is a very small deep hook. The stroke for R is a short forward curve. And the stroke for L is a longer forward curve. Okay. Note that or ol is written with a sideways stroke for O. That is done to make the stroke more fluid. Okay. You now know the strokes for O, R, and L. Below are some words using these strokes. Type in the correct word in longhand below each stenograph. So we got M, O, L. Mole. Then we got S, O, L, soul. That's an A, okay. Then we've got N-E-L. Nell. Neil? Nope. There we go, I spelled it wrong. Okay. Oh, you're making good progress. Okay, last one, and then we'll be able to figure out the stenography. In lesson 3, you learn the stroke for O. The oo sound, as in two, represented by a tiny upward hook. Rule Loo. Notice the double lines under the word for loo. That means the word should be capitalized. Okay. The strokes for K and G are similar to the oo sound, but the K stroke is twice as long as the oo stroke, and the G stroke is twice as large as the K stroke. Okay. You know the strokes for oo, K, and G. Test your knowledge of these strokes and others by typing in the correct word in the longhand below each stenograph. G, L, O, L, E, Gallo. Oh. C, yeah. G, L, O, maybe R, E. Glory. Then we have G, the side flick, O, A, Gora. Gora? No. What the G? G? I don't know. I can't really think of a word this could be. Maggie, you? What do you think this one is? Glora? I'm afraid not, honey. Glora. Floor? No? Gore? Hmm. I don't know. Gloria? Oh, helps if I spell it right. Hmm. Let me check. Can I go back? Could it be that? Goora? Gura? Gura? I don't know. Okay. Can we pass without it? Oh, we can apparently. It's gonna remain a mystery to us all. Okay. Let's see if we can just wing it at least. It's got the big flip is a G. Little flip. Oh wait, capitalized. It's got the thing on the end. Little flip is the L. Glory. Ah.
The name of the carousel horse is Glory.
That was one of the ones. At least that was the one we did. Like it was this one. Just the same. Thank God it wasn't this one, otherwise we'd be stumped for days. Can I leave? Okay, hold on. Let's go to Joy. Honestly, Maggie, you had much better guesses than me. I was just thinking, literally, all I could think of, and I knew it was wrong, was Gudra, the Pokemon. So I knew I had no hope. So you were doing much better than I was.
Any luck?
Glory.
I know the name of that carousel horse your mother bought you. Glory.
Glory. That's right. Glory. My mother gave him to me for my birthday.
Wow. Imagine that. Getting a carousel horse for your birthday.
She died in a car accident that very night.
Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking Pokemon, but that's the only, like, thing I could come up with, like, that sort of noise. But then that wouldn't account for, like, the D. Gudra. Yeah.
How awful. No wonder you forgot how much you loved the carousel. It would have reminded you of your mother.
I hated the park after my mother died. I hated the carousel. And I hated that horse. I blamed it for what happened to my mother. I had my father destroy it.
But your father did not destroy it. Instead, he stored it. He hoped that someday, with the help of
Miles, the magnificent memory machine,
you would come to terms with your past. And because that is what you are doing, here is the third and final riddle. Ask Tink for the book you and I used to read about Kessler and Amelia So Kind. Give her nickname a spin on spook number 10. Then the brass prize arrange on its forearm so strange. And something long lost and cherished you'll find.
Okay.
Tink's the guy who runs the carousel. Let's give him a call. I've got his number.
No. Nancy, I did something terrible. I turned the power off to the roller coaster and caused the accident that shut down the park. I blamed Miss Santos for my father's death, just like I blamed that horse for what happened to my mother. I feel horrible. Keep going without me, Nancy. I have to go see Ms. Santos and apologize.
What do you mean keep going without you? You haven't helped me at one point, Joy. Okay, let's call Tink.
This is Tink.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew. Did you land that fish?
I don't want to talk about it. May I answer your question?
According to the
Oh,
late
he missed
Daryl
that
Trent,
fish.
you have a book about Rolf Kessler and his wife.
Not anymore, I don't.
You don't have it?
Daryl Trent was kind of an oddball, you know what I mean? So when he gave me the book, I said I'd hang on to it just to humor him. As soon as he died, I pitched it.
Damn.
Did you ever read the book yourself?
Nah, not really. I just kind of glanced through it.
Hmm.
Do you by any chance remember Amelia's nickname?
Who's Amelia?
Oh, never mind.
Sorry.
Who do you think stole
I'm
it?
curious. Who do you think stole that horse off the carousel?
Kids. Staring at each other, doing stupid kid stuff. Or maybe somebody just liked the way old Nightshade looked and wanted him for himself. I don't know.
Nightshade?
Nightshade?
That was its name. Nightshade. Kessler gave all of his horses names, painted them on their bridles.
Okay.
Have fun fishing.
Oh, I will.
Hmm. We could try that Rolf guy. This one? The one from Elliot's magazine?
Sukov.
Hi, it's Nancy Drew again. I have another question for you about Rolf Kessler. A very important question.
Let's hear it.
Would you happen to know the nickname Rolf Kessler gave his wife, Amelia?
Of course I do. At least, I thought I did. It was an Austrian term of endearment, rather common. Oh, come on, Anton, think. Spazi. That was it. Spazi.
Spazi?
S-P-A-T-Z-I. He always called her Spazi.
Okay.
Thanks for all the info.
Always happy to share my mental wealth.
Hmm. I want to go see Ingrid.
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
Here's
We
your
have
pliers.
pliers.
I found them in the haunted house behind that hidden door, which led to a booby trap.
I told you mine were missing. Maybe somebody found them and left them by that door on purpose. I don't know. But they prove nothing, I do know that.
Hmm. Oh,
Thanks for your help.
No big deal.
okay. We'll go back to the haunted house and see what there is.
It's locked.
Where is it?
Looks like Spook 10 is missing an arm. The arm is missing.
That didn't show us that before. Have we triggered something? Ingrid?
Hello, Nancy. How goes it?
There's a dummy in the haunted house. It's
Oh,
been
we've
red
triggered
tagged.
something.
It's missing an arm. Any chance it'll be up and running again in the near future?
Got the arm right here. Just needed a battery. That's one of the dummies Joy Trent's father created. Probably why the circuitry is so bizarre. It works though, so just reattach it. You'll need pliers.
Good thing I found yours,
Oh, and
honey.
don't forget to take the red tag back to Spy Master Bishop.
Thanks for your help.
No big deal.
Okay. Oh.
Oops, I guess it wasn't attached
Mm.
after all.
Okay. Will she say something when it's done?
That looks tight enough.
There we go.
It's been red tagged. I need to take this red tag back to Harlan.
10? Okay. Okay, let's have him put the power back on.
Hey, Nancy, what's up?
Could you please turn the juice back on to the dummy in the haunted house that Ingrid was fixing? Here's the tag.
You've really got the system down, don't you? I'll just flip the switch and you'll be good to go.
I'll see you around.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Oh, this way. Oh, he's all glowy. Hello. Oh. Oh. Oh, is this where you put the nickname in? Oh. A. T. Z. And I. Straight. What? What was the last thing that the mouse said? Rings. Do we have? We have the ring. Oh joy, this is it.
That must be Glory. These stairs sure don't feel very safe.
Nancy, you broke it!
Oh my gosh, these must be jewels from that jewel heist. I should probably take these with me.
Mine now. Oh.
A letter. Joy's father must have left it for her. My dearest Joy, I hope Miles and his riddles have helped you remember how much you adored this horse and how dearly you loved the woman who gave it to you. I found this picture of her years ago, but I didn't want to give it to you until I knew you were ready. She loved you more than anything, Joy. We both did. Dad. P.S. If you want to see where Glory was carved, look for Kessler's symbol on the wall. I could never spend a lot of time in there. Very strange vibes.
Also, that's her mom.
That must be Joy's mother. She was beautiful.
Here.
So this was Kessler's workshop. Somebody's been making reproductions, or should I say forgeries.
Nightshade. Ooh. So many of them.
I'll bet that's the carousel horse that was stolen.
So this is the original one. What was a door through there? Oh, is it the only way in? Okay. Two dark halls. Already have two potential buyers. They learned about the hauntings on TV and are champing at the bit, as it were. The sooner they can get the horse, the better. How soon can you get two done? A 40-60 split will work out great. Consider a handshake. How long will it take you to line up buyers? 3 to 5 weeks is too long. This kind of buyer gets cold feet real fast. The longer you take, the more suspicious they get. Work faster. It's taken me longer than I thought. Wouldn't have the first horse ready to ship for 3 weeks. The second horse will be ready maybe 5. Oh, so it's just 2. Okay. Horse's tails.
Nancy. What have you done?
It's what
This
you've
boy.
done. You stole the horse, you fabricated the whole haunted carousel thing to increase its value, and now you're making not just one forgery, but several.
You think?
You let everyone believe you were just a hopeless procrastinator. But this is the real reason you're behind in your work, isn't it?
Right on all counts. Unfortunately, you're not going to get to tell anyone else. ever.
No, wait. Look what I have. They're diamonds. Real diamonds. Someone stole them 23 years ago and stashed them in the park.
Well, well, little icing on the cake.
That's right. Oh, we can throw them at him.
Right.
Distract him.
Here.
Like the email suggested.
Hey!
I've got to get out of here.
Oh. Oh. Oh, oh. Wait.
End of the road, detective.
What? No. Can I turn around? Do I not go?
I'm trapped. I've got to get out of here.
I've got you, Nancy. You're cornered.
Oh.
You might as well give up.
Oh, oh, we can smack him.
Soon as I get out of here, I'm going to call the police, Elliot. So don't bother making plans for tonight. Or the next 10 years.
I think he's probably got a concussion. He didn't hear you, honey.
Dear Ned, after trapping Elliot, I managed to pry the exit open and had Harlan call the police. Elliot admitted to stealing the Carousel horse and planning the remote control device. He knew that publicity from the hauntings would increase the value of his forgeries.
This
Needless
man.
to say, he's gone back to not liking me. Harlan, on the other hand, adores me now, because not only did he share the credit for busting Elliot, but his sudden fame brought him 3 job offers.
Ooh.
He's staying on at Captain's Cove out of loyalty to Paula, but he's happy knowing that being an ex-con will probably never be an issue for him again. As for Ingrid, she promptly attributed Elliot's bad behavior to a deficiency in some mineral I couldn't pronounce. And Joy, when I gave her the picture of her mother, she started smiling and has yet to stop. Inventing Miles was the best thing her late father could have done for her. In fact, when I went to the park to say goodbye just now, she wasn't in her office. She was writing the Carousel.
Aw, that's sweet.
Ever yours, Nancy.
Well, fanfare. What do we get? What do we get? On solving the Haunted Carousel case, based on your cool sleuthing style, you're presented with Puzzle Master, solving the puzzles using the fewest attempts. Except for Barnacle Blaster. Ooh, fancy.
You have reached 555-4468. I can't come to the phone right now, so please leave a message.
Hi, Bess. Hi, George. Well, thanks to you guys, I'm leaving here and flying directly to the Pacific Northwest for some much-needed R&R. George, I just got off the phone with that marine biologist friend of yours. She insisted I stay with her, and she even said she'd take me whale watching on the tour boat she owns.
This is ghost dog
Anyway,
music.
Thanks for arranging this little vacation, you two. 1 whole week of peace, quiet, and sitting around doing nothing. This is gonna be awesome. Bye.
As if. Well, there we go. That was Nancy Drew and the Haunted Carousel. But honestly, that last line it gave us being so funny, just like won't it be a good? It'll be a nice relaxing vacation. As if. I saw a post, I think it was like on Facebook the other day. I think it was from like Her Interactive or something. And the top image, it was like a meme of being, it was like Nancy going on vacation. Oh, what could possibly go wrong? And underneath it was just this angry looking guy going, there are so many things that can go wrong. Oh, it was funny because yeah, that's pretty much it. Because there's what? Probably like 5 possible deaths a game that Nancy can just do from her own pure clumsiness. Oh, love her.